They were once known for chasing pirates off Somalia's coast. Now, they're hunting ISIS through mountain caves and winning. While Mogadishu debates, Puntland climbs. While the world looks south, the real war is being won in the north. And in the shadows of the Golis Mountains, ISIS is learning fear. This isn't US Marines. This isn't the African Union. This is a semi-autonomous region with no global spotlight, and yet it is outfighting one of the world's deadliest terror networks. This is the lightning war no one saw coming. Way good, fan. Welcome back to Semonignamedia Spotlight, your front row seat to the Horn of Africa's hidden wars and untold victories. Tonight, we travel to a battlefield the world keeps ignoring, far from Mogadishu, far from the headlines, high inside the Golis Mountains, where a small, disciplined force is beating what entire states could not. This is the story of Puntland's mountain warriors, a force born from necessity, not NATO funding. The same men once trained to stop pirates are now dismantling ISIS cell by cell, cave by cave, valley by valley, in a campaign so swift and devastating they named it Operation Hilaac, lightning.
The rise of ISIS in Somalia, from Kandala to the mountains. The Islamic State in Somalia, ISS, wasn't born out of thin air. In 2015, a charismatic cleric, Abdul Qadir Mumin, UK-educated, radicalized, and ruthless, broke away from al-Shabaab and pledged allegiance to ISIS. His new faction briefly stormed Kandala in 2016 before Puntland forces drove them into the Golis Mountains. But the retreat wasn't defeat. From those remote peaks, ISS built something far bigger than a ragtag militia. With the global Islamic State network feeding it money, men, and ideology, Puntland became a hub in ISIS's worldwide spiderweb. Under the coordination office known as Al-Qarar, the mountains funneled foreign fighters and funds across Africa, from South Africa to Mozambique to the Middle East and Afghanistan. Fighters swelled from a few hundred to over 1,000 by 2025. With them came foreign accents, Moroccan, Yemeni, Ethiopian, even Saudi. Puntland wasn't just fighting a local gang, it was staring down an international terror franchise. Operation Hilaac, when Puntland struck back. By late 2024, ISIS's audacity had grown. It declared mountain villages as provinces of its caliphate. That was the last straw. Puntland responded with Operation Hilaac, lightning, and lightning it was. The offensive stretched across 315 kilometers of brutal terrain. Troops stormed cave hideouts, torched outposts ISIS had held for years, and pushed fighters deeper into the mountain wilderness. The results? By early 2025, more than 150 militants killed, including 118 in a single February battle. Analysts whispered the real toll was higher. Foreign corpses scattered the battlefield, proof that Puntland wasn't just bleeding ISIS Somalia, it was punching ISIS's global machine in the gut. The Puntland Defense Forces, local unity, local power. So how did Puntland pull this off when Mogadishu can't break al-Shabaab after 2 decades? The answer: unity, autonomy, and local grit. The Puntland Defense Forces, PDF, is no bloated bureaucracy. It is a razor-sharp mix of clan militias, fighters with intimate knowledge of every hill, valley, and cave. The Puntland Darawish, regional commandos born of the desert, hardened for rapid strikes. The Puntland Maritime Police Force, PMPF, the jewel of Puntland security, originally forged to fight pirates with UAE money and South African contractors. Now, they are an expeditionary anti-terror hammer. Their retaking of Kandala in 2016 proved their worth, and in Operation Hilaac, they became the spearhead. Unlike the fractured Somali National Army, crippled by clan divisions and corruption, Puntland unified its forces under one command. No Mogadishu politics, no endless squabbles, just one goal: crush ISIS. Foreign support, small but sharp. Let's be clear, Puntland didn't fight alone. The United States lent its drones and airstrikes, eliminating high-value targets like Ahmed Melenanin, an Omani financier. The UAE quietly backed logistics and strikes from its Bosaso base. But the difference here, foreign help was the enabler, not the driver. The boots on the ground, the strategy, the sacrifices, they were Puntland's. Compare that with Mogadishu, which leans on African Union troops to even hold territory. Puntland fought, bled, and advanced largely on its own terms. Why Puntland wins, where Mogadishu fails? This is the million-dollar question. Why can Puntland dismantle a global ISIS node while Somalia's central government struggles against al-Shabaab? Cohesion over chaos. Puntland's politics are dominated by the Majirteen clan, allowing unity absent in Mogadishu's clan wars. President Saeed Abdullahi Deni built a coherent chain of command. Forces built for the land. The PMPF and PDF aren't foreign blueprints. They are designed for mountain warfare, piracy interdiction, and local insurgency. They fit their terrain like a glove. Existential imperative. For Puntland, ISIS wasn't a distant worry. It threatened Bosaso, the economic heart of the region. This wasn't counterterrorism, it was survival.
The data of victory. Operation Hilaac's scorecard is staggering.
315 kilometers advanced through near impassable terrain. 50-plus fortified outposts destroyed. 250 square kilometers reclaimed. 150-plus militants killed, including foreigners. Dozens of villages cleared. Hundreds of civilians returning home. And this with an annual security budget of just $50 million compared to Mogadishu's billion-dollar foreign-fed apparatus. The human firewall. Puntland's people. Here's the true secret weapon: the people. Clan elders, imams, and villagers became the intelligence backbone. Communities starved ISIS of recruits, tipped off troop movements, and shut down extortion rackets that once funded the insurgents. When ISS tried to force taxes in Bosaso, locals pushed back, feeding information straight to Puntland forces. This grassroots firewall is something Mogadishu has never secured. In south-central Somalia, al-Shabaab thrives on fear, corruption, and divided clans. In Puntland, unity at the community level cut ISIS off from its lifeblood. The risks ahead. Don't mistake this for the end of ISIS in Somalia. The mountains still hide remnants. Guerrilla raids will continue, and Puntland's reliance on UAE and US partners carries its own dangers. Remember Sudan's UAE-backed rapid support forces. Once allies, now warlords. External patrons are useful, but fickle. The risk is real. But Puntland has shown it can adapt, improvise, and survive. Its fight is not charity-driven nor donor-scripted. It is born of necessity. The unsung hero of the Horn. Tonight, as Mogadishu stumbles and the world yawns, Puntland has pulled off one of the Horn of Africa's most effective counter-terror operations in decades. Operation Hilaac isn't just a local win, it's a global strike against ISIS's network. While others talk, Puntland climbs mountains, clears caves, and buries terrorists. The lesson? In the Horn of Africa, sometimes the most unlikely actor, a semi-autonomous, underfunded region, can outshine entire states. Puntland didn't just fight for itself, it defended the region from a global menace. Way good. Fan, that's the story. The mountain war no one is talking about. Puntland, the unsung hero of the Horn.